for the fans. The glory for the pinstripes.
Bronx Bombers fans, it's time to act. Hot sources have confirmed to me that a massive deal is in the works, and the name involved is a player who could be the missing piece for our title run. The trade market is heating up, and only here will you get the full scoop first. Subscribe and join our community, so you don't get left behind. The future of the Yankees starts now. It's an honor to be here with you all, bringing you the hottest scoop from our beloved Bronx. Folks, the tension is palpable right now. We're in the middle of the ALDS against the Blue Jays, and things aren't easy. But as always, our team never stops working behind the scenes. The offseason is on the horizon, and with it, crucial decisions that could define the future of our squad. Stay tuned, because what I have for you today is exclusive, top-tier information, straight from the source, with the seriousness and detail you deserve. The big news swirling behind the scenes, and one I want to bring to you firsthand, is about two of our golden boys, Jazz Chisholm and Anthony Volpe. Our dynamic middle infield duo is heading for salary arbitration this offseason, and the projected numbers are starting to emerge. From what my sources and industry analysts, like the folks at MLB Trade Rumors, are reporting, Chisholm, who's entering his final year of arbitration, has a projected salary of $10.2 million for 2026. As for our phenom Volpe, in his first year of arbitration eligibility, he has a projection of $3.9 million. These figures are more than just numbers. They represent the acknowledgement of the value and impact these two players have on our team. Chisholm, with his power and speed, and Volpe, with his consistency and leadership, are fundamental pillars of our success. The question here, Yanks Nation, isn't whether they deserve it, but how the front office will handle these contracts. Arbitration is a complex process, and it's something the Yankees prefer to avoid whenever possible, seeking long-term deals to ensure roster stability. And the list doesn't stop there. Other important players are also in this arbitration queue. Our pitcher Luis Gil, for example, has a projection of $2.1 million. Names like David Bednar, Mark Leiter, Clark Schmidt, and our versatile Oswaldo Cabrera are also on the list. This is a clear indication that the offseason will be a busy one for Brian Cashman and his team. The front office will have to be surgical in its decisions, evaluating the cost-benefit of each player and the impact of their salary projections on the total payroll. Chisholm's situation is particularly intriguing. He's about to enter his final year of arbitration, which puts him in an interesting position to negotiate. If the Yankees truly consider him a central piece for the team's future, it would make perfect sense to pursue a long-term contract extension. This would not only bring financial stability to the player, but also a guarantee for the franchise that one of its main assets will be in the Bronx for many years. However, timing is crucial. With the ALDS underway, all eyes are on the field, and contract negotiations may have to wait a little longer. But believe me, the behind-the-scenes work doesn't stop, and preliminary discussions have surely already begun. After all, the evil empire never sleeps. The big question now is, how will these numbers influence the strategic decisions of our front office? The payroll is a critical factor in modern baseball, and every $1 million counts. The projection of $10.2 million for Jazz Chisholm is significant, especially since he's a key piece in our offense and defense. The decision to pursue a long-term extension with him might be one of the most important this offseason. An extension would guarantee his presence in the Bronx for a longer period, perhaps 5 or 6 years, and would avoid the risk of losing him in the future. The front office will need to evaluate whether the investment in a long-term contract with Chisholm is worth it, considering his age, performance, and potential for future value appreciation. On the other hand, we have Anthony Volpe, who, with his projection of $3.9 million, represents an excellent cost-benefit for the franchise. He's young, productive, and fits perfectly into our long-term plan. The arbitration with Volpe should be simpler, and the expectation is that he will continue to evolve and become an even more valuable player in the coming years. The question here is whether the Yankees will also consider a long-term extension for him. Although his salary projection is lower now, the trend is for it to increase considerably in the next few seasons as he continues to develop. Securing a long-term contract with him now, before his market value explodes, could be a masterstroke by the front office. The list of other players going to arbitration, such as Luis Gil, Clark Schmidt, and Oswaldo Cabrera, also demands attention. The projection of $2.1 million for Gil is a sign that he has become an important pitcher in our rotation. Keeping players like him, who have proven to be effective and reliable, is crucial for the depth of our roster. The front office will need to be strategic, balancing the retention of established talent with the search for new pieces in the free agent market. And we can't forget our always-present philosophy: win now. The evil empire doesn't settle for less. These salary projections and the contract decisions that will come from them will have a direct impact on our ability to make big signings in the offseason. Every dollar spent on arbitration is one less dollar to invest in a new pitcher, an elite hitter, or any other piece that can lead us to a World Series title. The front office, led by Brian Cashman, will have the difficult task of putting together a financial puzzle, ensuring that the talent of our roster is maintained and that there is room for reinforcements. Ultimately, the decisions about Jazz Chisholm and Anthony Volpe will be the big topics of this offseason. They will shape the future of our infield and, consequently, the future of our franchise. The way the Yankees handle these contracts will give us a clear view of their intentions for the coming years. Will they bet on their young talent with long-term contracts, or will they risk it with year-to-year arbitration? The answer to that question will tell us a lot about the strategy of our beloved team.